I ride slow through my city, cause I know how we get it. We grind hard for them digits. Just one more day in the life. One more day in the life. The life.
Yeah.
So what's the next for you?
Just ownership, bro. Like honestly, for me, I've leased out my likeness to so many companies, you know, and leasing out your likeness, you give so much to other people, and the safety or the security of having a job, you get a paycheck. But you can't live off of when people run up to you and be like, yo, dog, I remember when you did such and such and you played this freestyle. You can't live off of that. Or, yo, you put my peoples on the TV show and that meant so much. And that's great, but it's just about ownership. So I have my own production company, Germantown Entertainment. I have a strategy/marketing company, Cornerstone. So it's like I'm doing so many things behind the scenes, doing my podcast with my partner, Fuzzy, but it's ownership, bro. Like the one thing I've learned is, you know, you don't have to work as hard when you, let me switch that. When you work for other people, your money is capped, right? But when you work for yourself, you're going to do the same amount of work. When I'm working at a radio station or a TV station, I'm working for me. So I'm going to work for them like I'm working for myself anyway, right? Yeah. So if I'm at a award show or I'm at a concert and they're like, oh, we can't bring a cameraman. So I'm going to hire my own cameraman anyway, get the footage anyway, and bring it back to y'all because it's for me, right? So for me, it's always about, if I'm going to work this hard anyway, I might as well own the whole thing. You're going to have headaches with a job. For me, it's always been about just, I'd rather own the whole thing. I'd rather own the whole production. Right. I know how to do production. I've produced a movie. I produced shorts. I've done different things. So I'm like, I got a thing called Black and Golf that I just put out on YouTube, but that was just literally a setup for, because I like golf. I've been golfing for like 2 years since the pandemic. My man, shout out to Set Free, he hits me like, yo, dog, you need to start doing some content around your golf thing. Dog, I put it out there, put a little money out, shot it, got it shot beautifully, put it out on LinkedIn. Shout out to LinkedIn. That's another little platform that people don't really go to. All the sponsors are there. So now I'm in conversation.
Yeah, that's the professional Instagram.
Yeah,
LinkedIn.
Yes. So now I'm in conversation about season 2, and the money I'm talking to people about season 2 for the same amount of episodes is crazy because I'm having an ownership conversation. When I left and stepped off of the TV, it was like, if they're paying me X, that means I'm bringing in 10X, right? The business of what we do is never about, if you're bringing in 10X, let's pay you 9X. That's not a good business.
The boss never gonna pay you enough to be his neighbor.
That's never a great business model. So for me, I was like, if I'm living off of 1X, but I'm producing 10X, I can at least make 3X by myself. If I make 3X, I'm straight.
Yeah, I was only getting 1.
So now, and taking all the same headaches, you know, people, oh, you ain't put me on, all that different stuff. I'd rather just own it. So that's what I've been doing. Like just making sure that I've owned every IP. Shout out to my man Wallow. I hit him about a trademark lawyer. I trademark every idea I come up with. I'm not out here just like, oh, let me just film something. Everything is strategic. Everything is, everything is about ownership in the long play. So that's what I've been doing. You know what I mean? I got, even with my Cornerstone group, dude, I'm doing stuff with the government. I'm doing stuff with the military, stuff I didn't even think I had the ability to do. But the crazy thing about us, Spade, is we put ourselves in a box and we think we can only be this one thing, right? And I looked at LeBron James one time. He did an interview with Drake on the show The Shop. I was like, yo, this dude's a basketball player interviewing his friend. And I said, that's the end of celebrity interviews needing to go to journalists to get their stuff off.
For sure.
Right? So I was like, if LeBron is going into this lane, what do I have that can go in other different lanes? So now I basically come up with ideas, I monetize my ideas, and I go in any lane that I want, bro. I'm doing stuff that I could never imagine I was doing. And the hardest thing is, I remember I saw you on an interview talking about, starting your trucking company. And, some young boys or somebody saw you, was like, man, must be going bad for Spade because he's doing trucking. It's like, dog, you making money.
Yeah, for sure.
You got a whole business.
I wanted to Will Smith his fucking face too, but I let it go.
But see what I'm saying? We don't have to be for everybody and be like, well, no, see what I'm doing is, I'm doing this, and this.
Right.
And a lot of times people don't understand your vision. People don't understand what you're doing. People don't understand where you're going and how you're moving. And it's not for them to know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes it's just for them to see you at the Sixers game and kids buying popcorn and you get your drinks and you're eating pizza and that's that.
Yeah.
And that's cool. So for me, it's like this ownership is like, it's been a place where I'm like, I've always wanted to be, but I thought I had to stay in this box and do it this certain way.
I didn't think stuff was possible for me.
Yeah.
That incident changed the way I looked at me. That incident changed the way I looked at myself. Because up until that point, every decision I made was like, let me do this in case I go back to jail.
Wow.
And I wasn't even doing nothing that was gonna put me back in jail. But that's how I kept myself mentally incarcerated.
Yeah.
But once the light bulb came on, I was like, well, why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? Why can't I look at Q? This dude ready to get millions of dollars for playing golf on the internet. I'm ready to go get me a motherfucking hockey stick or something. I'm gonna get me, cause I went in on some of that money.
Yeah,
but
bro.
yeah. Like it's out here, man. It's out here. Like I was doing shout out to my man Big Business Greg Park. I was doing a seminar with him, and I was just running around and I was just like with him, and I was down there and I was like, yo, it's a lot of people out here doing some stuff, man. And then I'm like, I'm listening to some people's stories, and I'm like, yo, they came through the same stuff I've been through.
Bruh.
So I can't keep on using the excuses and the outs of this or that or this, because at the end of the day, you make decisions, you got to live and stand with them, and stand on the results and whatever consequence comes with them. So I'm just trying to grow.
Let me tell you something. That's my only thing. If you're not trying to grow, stay away from me. If you're still talking about what happened last year or gossiping, I ain't got time for that. I'm all about growth. I'm all about putting myself in uncomfortable situations for good. I've been in a lot of uncomfortable situations because of my mind thinking like, oh, I can't do this. And I have a meeting and they like, oh no, all right, we got budget for this, and this. I'm like, word? Just because I tried, right? So that's all I'm about is growth. I read. I've been reading? I've been reading so far. What's the book? Oh my goodness. Oh, this is gonna kill me. Oh my gosh. I just picked up this book. I gotta tell you this book. But this joint is like a game changer. And it talks as a man thinketh. Mm-hmm. Bruh. This book is changing me so much because some of my mentors, shout out to E.T. the hip hop preacher, that's like one of my mentors, and me and him do a lot of stuff together. But it just talks about your thoughts, right? So it's just like, if you're exposed to certain things and you see certain things, you be like, oh, how do I do that? And in the internet, you can look on your phone and see somebody and they're giving you game, whether it's you buy their course, you ain't gotta buy a lot of people's courses, but it's books and stuff out there for you to like expand your mind. So that's all I'm about is growth, bro.
Yeah, because you are who you think you are.
1000%.
Like that's the bottom line of it.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes I'm gonna say me, I'm not gonna say we, I'm gonna say me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get discouraged with things because sometimes I don't appreciate the process. You know what I mean? And I just want to get to the results. I want to get to and then I'll have to sit back and check myself like, yo, this is the growth. Growth is uncomfortable.
Oh, bro, let me tell you something. I've been married, and I can't even believe it. I've been married for 13 years.
Oh.
And, in the beginning it was rocky. You know what I'm saying? It was just they ain't boyfriend and girlfriend no more. It's like, you know what I mean? We really unit. Together, right? And in the beginning, it was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna do this. But when you start really getting focused on the process of like, okay, this is how you like things. This is how I like things. Yo, what's the goal? We trying to go over here. We trying to do this. Boom, boom, boom. You look back, you like, damn, 13 years? 3 kids, for real? Like, it's a growth process. So now every time I do a business, I'm chilling. I'm good. I know I got certain things I make money on and certain things I'm just waiting to make money on. And I'm chilling, right? And we've only learned how to do things fast because like you think about the internet, you get pleased or you get a payoff every 15, 30, 45 seconds. You know what I mean? And life is not like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, bro, man, I don't know where I'll be in another 5 to 10 years, bro. I just know it's gonna be way past what I'm doing right now. Like way past, bro.
Y'all hearing?
Yeah, it's so much, there's so many doors opening up because I walked in faith. There's so many doors that's opening up because I was good. I was just a good person.
Right, no,
I don't think people really understand, like, you can be like, oh, what's the tools and the steps? It's like, yo, just be a good person. You come into a room, you see people, hey, how you doing? I'm Quincy. Hey, what, you know what I mean? Just be a good person. That goes a long way.
Right.
And give and forget. Certain things have happened to me because I've given to somebody that told somebody else, it's like, yo, you don't even know, but you did this for my peoples, so I got you. You know what I mean? It's simple. It's just simple stuff like that our parents and our grandparents told us to be. And you have these certain principles and this certain foundation, that stuff can take you anywhere, bro.
Nah, I feel like I bump into people and they be like, no, you ain't never meet me, but such and such you did. Remember I used to work at such and such, you always was cool with me, man. And anything you need from me, you got. Because when I first came home, like the people in the music industry that used to hang up the posters and stuff was like the bosses now. And they used to be like, yo, Spade, you always was cool with me. You always stayed solid. You always, anything you need, I got you. So that's a testament. Stop worried about trying to be a real nigga. Be a good nigga. But not the nigga part. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
I'm trying to be a little censored, but I don't have no filter. I just, you know what I mean? I don't know how to be nobody else but me. You know what I mean?
No, bro. Focus
on being a good person. Look at you. Look how far he's come, man.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, and this may sound like a cliche, Spade, I feel like I just started, bro. Because so long, I wanted to be in the light. I wanted to be like, you know what I'm saying? I want to be the big star, I want to do that. Yeah. And then it was like, you start getting around certain things and certain people, you're like, this is whack. You know what I mean? This ain't even cool. Like, this ain't even really, like, y'all running, I was chasing this. This is horrible. But what I've learned is along the way, I was picking up certain skills that could be transferable anywhere. You know what I mean? So it's literally like, oh, okay, if I want to do a trucking company, oh, that's how you do it? Oh, boom, I can pick up the phone, I can call Puda, I can call you. Like, I got good relationships with people that, I'm not gonna say I can skip the line, but I ain't gotta do it like how you can skip the line. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can skip the line.
You skip the line because you waited in a bunch of lines before then to get access to those people that allow you to skip the line. So you waited your chance in line. You did your years waiting in line.
Bro, and I tell you this, for me, it's always about adding value. That's all I'm trying to do. Any situation, I'm just trying to add value. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been coming here, you told me, I'm like, all right, bet. That's the time, I'll be there. You know what I mean? I just want to add value, show people respect. And for me, I didn't even know that's what I was doing in the past. That's all I wanted to do. When I met Cosmic Kev, it was like, I'm trying to add value to this dude. You know what I mean? While I was with Kobe Cole, man, he like, yo, that shit was whack on the radio. I'm trying to add value. It wasn't about no money. When I was on the morning show, I was making $6 an hour. Shout out to Helen Little. Then she pulled me in her office. I thought I was getting fired. And she's like, oh, we're going to bump you up to $8 an hour. You know what I'm saying? I was like, ooh, I'm making $8. You know what I'm saying?
So it's rolling in now.
Yeah, so for me, it was always about how can I add value to people's lives, bro? And just keeping that, man, like that's changed everything. Everything for me, bro.
So for a lot of artists, rappers, whoever, if somebody gives you the opportunity to have an interview, be there. If you be there early. Early is on time. On time is late. Late is unacceptable. And that's how you gotta approach things like that. That's a lot of things can happen for you by just being a professional, like you said. But before you get out of here, we gotta play a game we play on this show. It's called Pull Your Card. So I'm gonna let you pull your card out here yourself. So if you pull a diamond, I'm gonna ask you to give the people watching watching and listening, a great piece of advice. Because diamonds and jewels are not meant to be kept to ourselves, they'd be passed on to others. You pull a club, I'm gonna ask you about the greatest event party, vacation, concert ever for you in your life? Yeah.
Okay.
You pull a heart, I'm gonna ask you something about love.
Okay.
Random. Pull a diamond, I already
Cool.
said
All right, yeah, just whatever.
Pull a
All right.
spade, I'm gonna ask you some random spades.
It's a spade from the PA. So why PAs play hate on the man? Come on, dog. Don't get
You been
me
around.
started,
You
dog.
been around.
Just listen. Can we be real? Let's be real. Spade, you were Philly's Jadakiss, bro.
Oh, really?
No, yes, really. Like your demeanor, your delivery, your just everything. It was like, yo, if certain things didn't happen the way they happened, I was like, I saw it. I saw everything I'm like, nah, that's Kiss. He about to be on Kiss ass. That's what I saw. And your flow, I'm like, how he come up with this at 19, 20? It was like, bro, you was on some profit stuff, bro. I'm being honest.
Yeah, man.
But to Sa over the Doja, and Jehovah. Come on, bro. Bro, I've been not even a fan of yours, but just like an admirer of skill.
Right.
Like for a long time, bro. And you just, yeah.
No, I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's real.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So.
All right, we pulling the card.
Go ahead, pull your card. Pull your card.
All right, let me see.
You pull a spade, I'm gonna ask you some random spades.
Oh, it's a heart. Okay.
There you go, show.
6 hearts.
All right. So that's yours.
Oh, okay.
So when did you realize, when you met when did you realize she the one? She's the one.
Yeah, so when did we meet? I forget. We met, and what I was telling, it was
I
like,
remember where y'all met. Don't say you.
Oh no. Yeah. But we met, and I was like, I told her, I was like, yo, around, because it was like winter time, and I was like, yo, I don't really be in a house like this, so just like, summertime come around, I'm giving you a heads up. I don't really, you know what I mean? I'll be out.
I'll be out.
I'm
outside in the summer.
I'm going, dog. Like I'm Atlanta, I'm everywhere. So just like, it's cool right now, but don't get used to this. Meaning like, don't get used to me being this in the house with you like that. You know what I'm saying? Told her that, straight out. So.
He on some shit.
No, you gotta remember. You gotta remember.
What?
No, listen. You gotta remember. In hip hop, it goes like this, and it never stops. The music industry never stops. It goes from, let's just start January. February is All-Star Weekend, right? Sure. So, you gotta be an All-Star. Yeah, I'll be an All-Star. And if you're a little bit bougie, yo, you going to the Grammys? Hell yeah, I'm going to the Grammys. So you had Grammys, All-Star. You may hit, what's like March? March is probably, it's something going on in March. Like, I mean.
Always spring coming.
Yeah, like South by Southwest. Like this early on, but I'm South by Southwest. April, you're going to be somewhere else. And then it's just June, May, June. I'm going to BET Awards. Don't even trip. Like, I'm going out there. I'm in the mix. Atlanta, they got Luda, something going on. It's always something going on.
For sure.
So I was just giving her the heads up, like, yo, I ain't gonna be around like that. Like it's wintertime. This is why you seeing me this much. Don't get too used to this. Bro, freaking, it started getting warm. I'm like, damn, do I really need to go to the such and such joint? I started going to joints a little bit, and I started cut my trip back early. Then it's June, and I'm like, yo, you wanna go to LA for the BET Award? Like, so now we going to LA, BET. So I'm like, yo, this joint a little different. You know what I mean? So it started from a gradual thing to like, yo, and I never forget my wife, we were, I wanted to move to LA. Mm-hmm. And she's not from Philly. She was just like, well, I don't get it. Like, why all y'all just stay here? And I'm like, I had no answer. Like, all my friends never moved nowhere else. She's like, why, if you want to move to LA, why don't you just move? I was like, yeah. And she kind of like checked me in that way. Like, well, if you say you want to do such and such, why are you not doing? And I'm like, who is you to be?
The right woman to have. She going straight right out, yo. Real shit.
I saved my money for a year, and then we moved to LA together.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So she was a rider for my dream. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of shifted everything for me. So it was like in the beginning where I was like wintertime, and then it became about like her pushing me to make me a better person. And me moving to LA changed the trajectory of my life. It changed everything for me. I got to go over there, do certain things. So when I came back, I knew I was walking it down. I knew exactly what I was gonna do. You know what I mean? I got an offer to be on radio. That's why we moved back. I didn't want to move back. She wanted to move back.
Okay.
I'll tell you about my wife. Like, she did certain things, or her reasoning made me not want to do it. But the reason why we moved back, it made every move she wanted to do, it made sense. I'll give you an example. We moved back from LA because we had our first son. Boy at the game, buying everything, young boy. So we moved, she's like, I wanna move back home. I wanna move back close to the family. I'm like, man, shout out the family, but they could, whatever, dog. I'm trying to be out here.
Yeah.
Out there for 4 years, produced a movie, I'm on the radio, I'm doing all this stuff. This stuff starting to like kick in gear. She's like, nah, we should move back if you got an opportunity. Come back home, Kobe Cole offered me a job. I'm like, fuck. So I gotta tell my wife, I'm like, yo, they offered me a job, I'm not. They called me, I turned it down. She's like, she had all these people calling me. I'm like, all right, let's move back. So we moved back.
Oh, she put the pressure on you.
She put the pressure. I was so mad. I'm like, all right, let's move back. We moved back.
Oh, women ain't shit.
Oh my gosh. We moved back and I do the radio thing, and then I segue into Fox. That happened from me being a reporter. That actually,
yeah, the news, yeah.
Like what I was happy about, because it helped me rebrand myself.
Right.
Like, I was QDeezy, yo, the boy, yeah, that's the boy from the Jawns, and yeah, what's up with the Come Up Show and all of that. But being on the news was like, hi, bitch, I'm over here now. And that was a strategic move. Like I told you, everything I do is strategic. It was a strategic move. So when I got in Fox, I started looking around like, I'm gonna kill them. I'm about to get my own show. I don't know how, but let me just do this for a little bit. Did it for 2 years. I segued. They offered me my own show. A show that I actually shot a pilot for 8 years prior when I was in LA.
Oh, really?
It was like the same exact show. What was so important about me moving back from LA was my mom was diagnosed with cancer.
Oh, shit.
She passed away in 2017, but we were able to spend the last 6 years of my mom's life with her, you know, my mom, my dad, like, you know what I mean? So if my wife didn't push that, bro, I don't know how I would. LA is a crazy town, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just a crazy,
yes, Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, it's like, it seeps in. And at the time, I wasn't as strong as I am now. And I'm not saying I was out there wilding, but it was just like certain things I was getting a little bit out of character.
Oh, you was getting loosey-goosey out there.
It was just a little, not even just with chick, it was just a little bit out of character for me. And so if it wasn't for my wife, it was all these certain things that she's helped me, you know what I mean, become the person I'm today.
Shout out to all the queens out there, because without y'all,
I couldn't just give you one little bit.
You know what
I'm saying?
It's, you know, because the right queen going to steer you.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we start drifting left, but when you get your queen, man, she going to tap you right in the right direction. So shout out to her. Shout out to her.
Yeah.
So, listen, I always try to give people a jewel before I leave.
Okay.
And one of the most valuable things somebody ever told me was, Spade, don't live your life to prove detractors wrong. Live your life to prove your believers right.
Yeah.
And that's really, you know, one of the main things that I've been trying to do, because it's just like so many people been with me through thick, thin, and everything. And I was doing a disservice to them by being lazy and not doing the things I'm supposed to do. So that's what it's all about for me now. Just grinding. That's what it's all about, is just grinding, getting to it, getting back together. Because I want to have my own TV show. I want to have me a Q show. And I want to.
Easy.
Yeah, I don't play golf, but I'm going to figure out some other shit.
Come on.
You know what I mean? But
no.
It's just so many big opportunities, and I'm blessed to still be here and to have this opportunity to be able to do what I'm doing now, and be able to still sit down with you and have these type of conversations. Because there's people that would love to have, like, I would love to have Q on my show. I would love to talk to Q. Yeah. And they can't get you, but so I appreciate you.
Bro, listen. I want to have a real conversation with you real quick. You know, me and you, and it was things that happened when we were a little bit younger. You know, I won't get too deep into it, but you know, we were kids. You know what I'm saying? We were young and we didn't know the impact of what was going on. And you know, one of the things I kind of regret, you know, in my radio career is, you know, that situation. You know what I'm saying? And that situation kind of like it made me think, like, people still come up to me now. I've had celebrities, I've had people like, yo, was this real? What happened when this happened?
Right.
You know, and we were caught off guard thinking it was just gonna be on some like MC stuff.
Yeah.
And it went totally different way. And I don't like to speak for people, but I know me and Kev were just so like, we were disappointed, we were hurt, we were affected by that situation that we kind of like moved very different after that. And we felt like I felt like I was in a lose-lose situation, because it was like two powerhouses from the city. I didn't know what was going on. I just was like, oh, they want to come up, and somebody called me. I'm like, all right, cool, let's bring them up. And then we didn't know. It's like, well, we got to let them go. And it turned into something that we couldn't even imagine that it was going to turn into. But that shifted me personally in a way that I just want to say to you, like, man, if that's the one thing I regret, you know, in my entire career. It's not much. I've messed up. I've not recorded certain interviews. If it was one thing I could take back, would be being a platform to kind of like tear down, you know, us. And we didn't know that. It was just like, oh, it's gonna be a battle. All right, well, we gotta just what we gonna do. And that's the one thing. So I just want to say that to you, you know, in public. And just who you are now, who you are today, man, it's a testament of like, don't give up on people. You know, don't give up on our youth. You know what I mean? I know sometimes it may look bad, but it's like, yo, don't give up on people, because you never know where they'll be. You never know how they'll change. You'll never know how they'll progress. Even me, it's like, I'm a way different person than I was back then than I am today. So I wanted to say that publicly, man. I got nothing but love and respect for you, and this is why I'm here, and wanted to tell the people that.
Nah, man, it's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good, man. It's all good. I mean, because sometimes, you know, tragedy turns to triumph sometimes. Like, you know, that set my life in a different way. You know what I'm saying? It made me say woulda, coulda, and shoulda.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's everything, not just that, everything that I've been through my life, it made me who I am today. And when I look in the mirror, I'm proud of who I see. Yeah. So, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it was all good. Yeah. I mean, it was all good, man. So, you know, like I said, man, no matter how bad the cards you get dealt, you can never fold. Till next time, love yours.
Much love. My guy.
My guy. Yeah.